Thank you. Hi, everybody. Okay, so today I'm going to be doing a demonstration of French twist as well as round wrap and round brush. I am so glad that you guys are here today. I missed you, haven't seen you in a hot minute. Welcome to my bathroom where I record my Zoom classes. Today we're going to be working with this young lady right here. And we're going to be doing a French twist demo. This is one of my favorite demos to do. You guys, there's so many different types of French twist you can do. So there's some that you can make it look more modern, and as well as, you know, going back and doing like a beehive French twist or something like that would be really retro, okay? So there's different ways that you can style it. And I'm gonna go through the placement of the bobby pins as well as the tricks for getting it nice and smooth. Does everybody feel good about that? Sophia?
Mm-hmm.
Yes? Okay. So I'm going to be working with, since I'm at home and I don't have my own kit, it's almost exactly the same, but this is a scalp brush. I like to use the scalp brush during the French twist. It really helps to smooth it down, as well as I'm going to have regular bobby pins. So bobby pins are the ones that are closed, and also hairpins to help smooth down the flyaways, okay? I've already prepped the hair with some shine spray, so we're going to go in and make sure that it's nice and smooth. Let me get to where you can see me. Okay, so here we are. I'm behind my client, and the first thing that you want to do is you want to decide which way you're going to twist towards, okay? So the way that I like to do it is I go all the way to my left because I'm right-handed, and I'm going to twist to my right, okay? So the first thing that we're going to do is you want to gather all of the hair to the left-hand side of the nape. So we're going to decide how we want the front of the hair. So she's got bangs. We're going to leave the bangs down, and I'm going to do a slight side part, okay? I'm going to pull all of this hair nice and smooth over to the left-hand side, making sure that I keep things neat and clean, brushing it into my hands. You can spray along the way as well. Okay, so once you've reached this point, now you've got to focus on creating your foundation up the back side. So all of this is smooth. I'm going to clip it over here so I can show you guys a few tricks. Okay, so always remember that the bobby pins, when you put them in, are going to go one to the right, and you're going to come up the opposite direction and lock them into place. So you should be able to use very few bobby pins, okay? So we're going to start at the very bottom. All of this hair is pulled to my left-hand side. I'm going to start at the nape, and I'm going to go up and to the left. So I placed my first bobby pin. The second bobby pin, you're going to go the opposite way. Remember, don't do this number. Don't put it in your mouth, especially during this. We're going to start from the left this time, and we're going to be locking it into place here, okay? So, let's see. I can pull this off. Okay. So, that first one is locked, okay? Now, next up, you're going to do the same thing again. You're going to come up one direction, and then you're going to lock it the opposite direction, okay? So, up the other way, and lock it into place. So you start right where you left off. We're going to go up and to the left, up and to the left. Hold it into place. The other bobby pin is going to open and come the opposite direction, up and to the right. Okay, and you're going to work in this manner, this hatch cross manner, all the way up the back side until you reach the bottom crown area. Okay, because you're creating the foundation. Again, up and to the right where that last one left off. So it's here. And then your next one is going to go the opposite direction. And we're going to lock that one into place, okay? So I'm pretty sure I can place 2 more sections of crisscrossed bobby pins just to make sure that I have the foundation. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that up and to the right and up and to the left. Okay, one more. I always tell this story, but in core, but just in case you missed it, my instructor, Miss Nevergold, used to teach this to me and smoke cigarettes while she taught it to me inside the school. And she would talk to me with it like hanging out of her mouth with flammable hair all around us. All right, so now, to where you can see it better. Okay. So it's crisscrossed all the way up the back. Okay. Now, the next step is going to be the actual roll or twist of it. So you really got to practice. If you don't get it on the first try, then you can always smooth it with hairpins, okay? So everything's gathered in this direction. Okay. Here. Now, the next step is going to be to fold the hair in. Sorry, let me get this right, you guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, there we go. Fold the hair in and twist it into place where all the bobby pins are. Okay, and tuck it. And now you're gonna work the pins back in, and I'll show you. To do this on camera, sorry guys. Okay, so your first pin goes in. Flip it in. We're just placing it into place, tucking it in.
Miss Andrea, so you would use hairpins at this point or still bobby pins?
I'm still using bobby pins just to get the foundation, and then I'm gonna go back and smooth with the hair pins, okay?
Okay.
So tucking this in. How are you, Lacey?
I'm good. Just exhausted.
Yeah. I hear you. Who knew staying home could be so exhausting, right?
I know.
Next time I would definitely do this on my blonde hair baby. You live and you learn. So you guys could see it a little better. Okay, so now she's kind of got her foundation, but you can see some little pieces that are messed up. So now I'm gonna go in and just smooth it with my hairpins and place it. Does anybody have any questions about this so far? So the pins that look like this, I like to go into the reverse way and then lock it the opposite. You also can bend one side of the pin down to lock it into place, like so. Like that, so that once you put it in, it locks it. So I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna smooth this direction and pin it in. Okay. Pin that in. I found like a bunch of random bobby pins all over my house, like enough to do this whole French twist. How about them apples? They're everywhere. Okay, so you guys can do a variation of a French twist and just take pictures before, during, and after. Is there any point during this French twist or the traditional twist where you guys get stuck, that you have questions? Good.
I just have bobby pins. I don't have any of the other hairpins.
Just do it with what you got, honey.
Okay.
It's the Roni. The Roni's got us on lockdown.
I know this might be like a stupid question, but I always get confused with bobby pins. Does the ripply effect go up or down?
Well, I've been told recently that the ripply side is to go towards the scalp, but I've always, my whole life, put them in with the flat portion towards the scalp. So does somebody know the like reason why people have said to put the ripply part towards the scalp?
I know.
Tell me.
Maria actually taught me this. The Ripley portion goes towards the scalp because it has grip to it, I guess, and it like grips better and then locks in. I don't know.
Perfect. Yeah, give it a shot. I'm going to give you a French twist, Miss Rachel.
I changed it whenever she taught me that, and my fine hair, actually, it does hold up better.
Yeah. Yeah. And then also, especially if you're dealing with, like, you know how some of your bobby pins are really flimsy. So like if you open them up to put them in, if you open them up, then they just stay open and they don't grip back. So just be aware of like the quality as well. Like this one's way more flimsy than this one. Okay. So Miss Rachel's saying put the grip side down so that it grips the hair better. So that's a good try. All right. Now, I'm also have been tasked with teaching you guys or going over reviewing pre-dry round wrap and finish round brush. Okay. So I'm first going to go over the sectioning for your pre-dry, and then I'm going to go over the section for your round wrap, as well as sing you guys my little song to remember. Okay. All right. So does everybody have a doll that they're going to be blow drying today? See? Okay. Let's get her down. So what do all three pre-dries have in common, Sophia? So what are all the pre-dries in the nape of the head?
You start in the nape.
Yes,
Directional.
Nape, and all pre-dries in the nape are what?
Directional.
Good. Okay. So every pre-dry is directional in the nape. Is everybody clear with that?
Yes.
Okay, so the first sectioning is going to be to section off the nape, and then we're going to cut the two sections left. And I'm going to show you guys the sectioning. Okay, here we go. So pre-dry round wrap, finish round wrap, the keys. So remember, when you're doing your round wrap, you got to make sure that your base is completely 100% dry, because you can do these beautiful voluminous curls, but if it's a swamp towards the scalp, it's going to pull them straight down. Okay, so make sure that the pre-dry is completely dry. All right, so the first section is going to be sectioning off the nape, which is going to be at the top of the ear on both sides. Okay, so we're gonna look at the top of the ear here and section that off. Follow it all the way around. All right, so I'm gonna start just with that nape section and get that clipped up. So we have our nape here, right at the ear. We're gonna zoom in off this. All right. Then the remaining is cut straight down the middle. So you have two more sections. I'm gonna use her natural part and cut the rest down the middle. So you're gonna have 3 starting sections. All right. Oops. There we are. Okay, so you have the nape, and then the rest is cut down the center. Okay. So in the nape, we're gonna do directional. I'm not gonna turn on my blow dryer so I can give you guys direction, but I'm gonna hold my blow dryer and give direction that way, okay? So the nozzle is gonna be at a 45-degree angle. We're gonna make sure that we're smoothing the hair down. I'm gonna be using a pretend 427. I'm gonna clip off the section. We're gonna be creating diagonal back. And on our dominant side, we're gonna be pushing. And on our non-dominant side, we're gonna be pulling, okay? So the brush starts towards me and I'm gonna be rotating out at a 45, base to half of the length. Questions about that? And your next section, diagonal back, meaning the marble would roll away from the head, back away. And we're gonna do diagonal, 45-degree angle, base to half the length. Okay, same thing, base to half the length. You're wrapping a scarf around that neck portion and you're using the shape of the head. Okay, now diagonal back this way and your mechanism changes. Your blow dryer flips away from you and you're gonna be raking and pulling towards you this direction and wrapping it towards you. Questions? Okay, now as you move to your side panels, you need to remember that the first section on the side panel, this first horizontal section, is going to be directional, and everything else is going to be pushed away from the head. And I will show you that. So your first horizontal section on the side, this is pinned up. Okay, so this first horizontal section on the side is going to be directional. So you're going to be pushing it at a 45 towards the face, base to half the length, and then pulling. Questions about that? Okay. Now, the next thing is going to be starting at the top because you want to push that hair away from you. So we're going to start at the top with the horizontal section. Okay. And now you're going to be using the round of the head at the top to push the hair away from you. Okay. So you're here, and now you're going to be wrapping the hair away from you to create bend at the scalp, base to half the length, pushing it away. And the next section, using the round of the head, base to half the length. Okay. Questions about that? Okay, good. Now, you're going to do the same thing on the other side, and then you're going to break down your sections for your round brush, okay? So your round brush sectioning is going to be pie shapes, 2 in the front, 3 in the back. I'll show you that. I like to start with the middle pie to kind of section myself off. Trying not to bend the hair too much, so I'm not going to wrap it up quite as tight as I normally would. Okay. There's 3. And then you're going to have your side paneling. Okay, so I'll show you this sectioning. So you're going to have 3 pies in the back and then your side pies. And I'm going to start on my dominant side at the bottom with a horizontal section. I have my round brush ready to go. I'm going to take that horizontal section at the bottom here. Okay. And now here comes our little song. Okay, so blow dryer, turn it on. And it's gonna be detangling pass, then base, half turn, base, half turn, base, half turn, mid, half turn, mid, half turn, mid, half turn, ends, half turn, mids, half turn, ends, half turn. Stay with the ends, stay with the ends, stay with the ends. Now you're gonna go all the way up. Lock your brush by pushing straight up. And then once it's cool, you pull straight down and you twist towards the face and let it cool. Let's do that one more time. So we're gonna do detangling pass all the way through. Then we're gonna do base, half turn, base, half turn, base, half turn, mid, half turn, mid, half turn, mid, half turn, ends, half turn, mid, ends, half turn, ends, half turn, and then stay with the ends a few more times. Lock it straight up, and then pull down, twist towards the face, and let it cool. Questions? Comments, concerns?
Is that the song we learned in training?
Yes.
I love it.
Base, half turn, base, half turn, base, half turn. I can hear Emma singing it.
No, it was the best.
It was the best. I think that that's the first time that I ever really learned how to properly round brush, actually, to tell you the truth, after like 20 years. To save yourself. Make sure, you guys, that during the round brush, you can really crank your wrist if you're not thinking about it. So remember that you're pulling straight and you're using your fingers. So the round brush movement is straight and your fingers. Straight and your fingers, straight and your fingers, instead of cranking it like this. And that also is going to cause getting locked up and getting tangled in the hair when you crank your wrist, as well as carpal tunnel. So make sure you're pulling straight out and your fingers are doing a movement like this, and just practice. It's very light. You want to make sure that you're keeping your hand nice and relaxed and not cranking it. Okay. And it's just a little tiny baby turn, little tiny baby turn. Okay, you don't want to be doing full turns like that. That's when you're going to get tangly.
Do we do this when the hair's wet?
Yes, baby.
Okay. Can we, if the curls don't turn out right, can we like curl it a little bit with our wand?
Just try. Just take pictures throughout.
Mm-hmm.
And remember to let them cool before you brush them out so they keep the curl. And then take a picture after that. And then if you want to curl it, you can curl it after you take the picture. Cool?
KK.
Anyone else? So remember, you guys, that the brush in relation to the hair that you're dealing with is directly proportionate to what your result is. So if you're using a huge round brush like this on shorter hair, you're not going to get curl. You're just going to get a C-shaped bend, right? If you go to short hair with a smaller brush, then you're going to start getting curl. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Is there a run brush assignment today?
I'm sorry?
Or is this for something else?
This is for today. It's added on to your assignment. It's French twist with pre-dry, round wrap, finish round wrap.
Oh.
Do
Okay.
you see it on
Yeah,
the
I saw
assignment?
it. Okay.
So I would just round wrap it first and then throw her up in a French twist. But
Yeah,
you look amazing, Abdiel. You look good.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's not like you have to do a beautiful round brush blowout. Like just, it's just for like the practice of round brushing and then your French twist.
I only know how to do beautiful ones.
Well, I mean, of course I would love that, but yeah. It's not like you're sending her home from like, the blow dry bar for a week's.
I wish I would
Not
have
getting
the
them ready for the red carpet.
Oh my gosh, like how nice would that be to like be
go out into the world.
Yeah, to be going somewhere.
Yeah, be a human again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah,
you guys, hang in there. Yeah, it's just for the technique purposes. Remember that you're probably going to be doing pre-dry round wrap, finish round brush for every day for the rest of your life, maybe 5 times a day. So this is an art. Take it seriously. Make sure that you're paying attention to the way your body feels. And it's So important to make sure that you're keeping your blow dry right in your intimate space instead of making sure that you're blowing this way. Just lower your doll down or sit down, do whatever you got to do to make sure that your body is in a good position and you're not cranking your shoulder or your neck. Okay.
And like Andrea said, like when we had this training and it was the first time she really like got the technique, Brittany also said like ground brushing, like really, it just like pretty much killed her. And she was like, wow, like this doesn't physically hurt. It's a really great technique for ground brushing.
Yeah, Paul Mitchell, when I saw their blow dry, it really is what grabbed me as far as their technique. Their blow dries are amazing. You'll be able to recognize Paul Mitchell blow dry. So it's a good system. So we're gonna get it down. Any other questions?
No.
I will be available for Q&A. I will also be back for our morning recap as well as our reflection later this afternoon. So if you want to ask me questions in the stream, feel free to do that. And I'll be around to answer your questions. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Andrea.
Thank you so much. It was so good to see you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Are your friends too?
Kayla, can you stay on, please? No, beat it. Let me do something. Good job. Now do one with green. Beat it.
Sarah and Lily, do you guys have any questions? No, I'm gonna take you guys out.
Sorry.
Okay. And hey, Jennifer, did you have any questions? Okay. Let's see. Okay. What's up?
Oh, okay. Sorry. So it's nothing bad, Kayla. I was doing your y'all professional development grades. Well, some of them was already graded, so I was just going behind y'all. And I left you this long message, but I don't know where it's at now. Did you see it? Can you see it? Okay. Because you wrote yours, right? And you took a screenshot of it. So I'll just say it. Because I don't know what the hell happened. And when I went back on it just a minute ago, I can't see the screen, like your screenshot. At first I couldn't see it, then I had to go back on it, and I don't know. Yeah, she having a cat in the hat moment. Stop it, Monet. Anyway, I think that you're exceptionally great. And your honesty about where you are and what you need to work on is like I was reading everybody's, and some people have small things, some people have big things, but to be able to say like, look, this is where I know I'm weak at is growth within itself. It's a lot of people, Kayla. Like I've met a lot of fucking people doing hair, standing behind the chair that will never admit like, oh, I'm flawed, I'm messed up, I don't have it all together. They'll pretend, but you're honest and you're like, yeah, I need to work on this, and I need to work on this, and I need to work on this. And you put on there that you are trying to be a better person for your boys and your mom. So my response to you is, you are already all those things, right? You have, I don't know your whole story, but you surpassed a lot of shit that has happened in your life. So keep pushing every day. Keep getting up every day and use your mom and your boys as your fuel, not for you to be better, but for you to have a reminder that through all this shit, somebody loves you. Through all of this madness, You made two dynamic fucking people. Regardless, move Mo. Regardless of them getting in fights and doing crazy shit, that's the boy in them. That's letting them know. That's letting you know, like, whatever y'all been through, that they still got. They got that fight in them to keep saying, like your son said, "Well, I didn't get my ass whooped." You know what I'm saying? When you was telling us he got jumped, it's letting you know that, hey, mama, I can hold my own when I walk out this door, so that you don't have to worry about them. So, I mean, the mom in us is going to continue to do that. That's what it is. But, like, from the day you started at Paul Mitchell, you were just like, hey, I am Kayla. This is who I am. This is what I've been through. What y'all need me to do, and I'm going to give it my best. And you do that every fucking day, dude. Every day you do it. So don't think that the things that you have to work on are so gigantic. What I remember writing on the end of it is that everything is a fucking blessing. The lessons that you learn, the discoveries that you make, the shit that you've been through, because it all is a part of who you are now. That's just like it's all the crazy shit that I done. God take me tomorrow, I wouldn't be fighting. I would fight for my babies, but for my life, oh baby, I did it. You know what I'm saying? So that, I don't know. I had to tell you to stay online because when I went back, that's why my head was only on the top because I was still grading people's stuff. Every fucking day, Kayla. Every day. You make it happen. You get up, you get on these calls. When you at the school, I mean, like, even if we would say the craziest shit in class, you would still help bust down the tables, whatever. So don't think that because at this moment in life, you are still at your mom's house. Man, some people can't go home. So who cares? It's still somebody that thinks you're exceptional, that wants to put a smile on your face. And what you bring to the table, you're going to give that to somebody else. This cosmetology world is crazy. Okay, I've been in it for almost 21 years, something of that nature. Don't judge me. But what you've been through, you're going to be able to pour it into somebody else when you least expect it. So just take it every day. Like, smell your fucking roses every day, boo. And that's what I wrote on your thing, and it's not there. So I was like, I'm not retyping this shit. I have other grades to do. But I thought I'd tell you, like, every day. Because you're, like, I don't know if everybody gets that, and I think that's the hippie in me that's like, every day is a new damn day. And if I fuck up, I fuck up. I'm gonna learn something from it. If I get it all right, or if I'm a lazy bum and won't even sweep the crumbs that I see on the floor, I'm still fucking great. And I need you to understand that about you. Like you said, one day you was like, I still live with my mom, and you know, she takes care of me, but in return, I cook and clean for her. My boys drive me crazy sometimes, but I'm getting my ass up, man. That's dope. Even if you don't see it, like, we see it. We acknowledge it. And everything else, it'll fall into play. I don't know how many times I've said this. It's not just to you. I've said it to other futures. We all go through shit, and sometimes it don't seem like it's going to make sense, but it always do. Like, if you look back, it's like, damn it, God, you are fucking dope. You brought me through again. You thought about me one more